Hello, this is Billy. Welcome to my new journey. In this series of videos, I'll be solving LeetCode problems using both SQL and Pandas. Hope you enjoy it, and let's dive in and start the journey. All right, let's look at LeetCode problem 176, finding the second highest salary. In this problem, we are working with the employee table, which has two columns, ID, the basic primary key column, and the salary, and both columns are integers. So the task is simple. We need to return the second highest distinct salary. And there are two examples. And for the first example, we have three IDs and three different salaries. And since the second highest salary in this case is 200, which is correct. And for the example number two, there's only one employee with a salary of 100. So in this case, there's no second highest salary. So the output should be null. The edge cases here, suppose two or more employee could share the same salary, and the salary could be, the second highest. In this case, we should only return it as a one row, not like multiple rows. So in the query, we somehow remove the duplicates. So how do we solve this? Now let's solve this problem using Oracle SQL. And when it comes to SQL, I like to write common-table expressions because they make the SQL much more easier to read. So let's write our query. I'm going to use, like I mentioned, I'm going to use CTE, and let's name this as ranked since we are ranking the salary. Inside the common-table expressions, I'm going to select salary column and apply the dense rank window functions. So in the dense rank will give us a ranking based on the salary in the descending order, which I'm gonna write soon. So the high salary gets the rank number one, and the next distinct salary gets rank number two, and so on, which the problem exactly asks us for. So we need to order this by salary column in a descending order. So let's name this new column as RNK from employee table. We finished writing the column table expressions, which is ranking the salary based on its amount. Now in the main query, I just want the salary that has rank equal to 2. But to make sure I return exactly one row, even if there's like no second highest salary, I will wrap it inside the max with the case when. So select, like I mentioned, I'm going to use max function, and inside the max function, I'm going to write case when, which is RNK column equals to 2. And in that case, then bring salary column and end in this case when function. And let's name this new column as second highest salary, second highest salary from our ranked common table expressions. So let's submit this code and see what happens. So like it is accepted by both cases. In the second case, like we see, since we are using the max function, if there's no second highest salary, then the result brings us null value like we expected. So let's solve this problem using pandas libraries of Python. And previously, since we used the rank function, so I'm gonna try something different. And first step, I'm gonna drop duplicates. So since we don't need any duplicated values in the salary column. And secondly, I'm gonna use n largest function to bring only the first and the second highest salary. And let's write the code now. And let's name this series as top salaries, and which is equal to our employee table. And since we need only the salary column, so bring the salary column only, and then dropping the duplicates and using the n largest function to bring only the first and the second highest salary. So in this case, our data frame turned into series. So we need to bring our data frame back. But first, let's check and bring only the second row of this series. And if there's no second row, we should replace it as none, which is equal to null in the SQL. So let's write some if function. If the length of our top salaries is equal to, then we should bring the result. Let's name it as the result is equal to, like I mentioned before, we need to convert this as to data frame, converting it to data frame. Then let's name this new column as a second highest salary, like shown in the auto section. Okay, then it should be, I'm gonna locate, use top salaries and iLoc function to bring the second row, which could be done by iLoc -1 function. So let's check every single parenthesis is closed. Okay, then if there's a no second row, we should bring the result again to the data frame. And let's copy this one to make it much more quicker. Then we should bring none as our column. So I'm gonna need to close this. Yep. So let's return the result and check whether this code aligns with the expected outcome. So there's an error in this case. Let's move it and oops, it seems I typed additional word. Now let's rerun it again. Okay, it is accepted by both cases. So since if there's a no second highest salary, it brings the none, which is equal to null in the SQL. So this is my approach for solving this problem using both SQL and Pandas. Hope you enjoyed, and then let's move on to the next problem in the next videos. See you soon.